dip down to a new low. No, but I agree with you. I think that, yeah, like Anslinger, nobody knows about that. How this guy went all over the place and got governments all over the world to make, you know, to declare this the enemy drug. But you know, like I really just believe, you know, there's such a thing as a consensual crime, which is victimless crimes. So if I'm smoking a joint, well, a lot of it's like the vaccine. If I'm smoking a joint, how does that hurt you?
Right. Well, it hurts.
What am I doing to hurt you?
If you drive and fall asleep at the wheel and
well, that's
into a
one thing,
bus.
of course.
But
that
there's already
makes sense.
laws for that.
Okay, yeah, but that's another.
That.
Okay, outside of the driving world, I don't see how I'm hurting you. You know,
outside the driving world, that's really the end of it.
And if I'm not getting my job done, then fire me.
Right.
Okay, so there's. It just there's no. And by the way, most people do agree with this, but when you have like over 70% of the people in jail are there for victimless crimes.
Yes.
Mostly drug-related crimes.
Well, then we go back to another thing, profiteering. Because we have private prisons, which is crazy, where you're essentially taking human beings and you're using them as batteries to generate money. That's really what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like the more people you get in there, the more profit you're pulling out of it, which is just crazy. So then you have prison guard unions that are lobbying to keep laws on the books, victimless crimes on the books, like marijuana.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I imagine there's a lot of unions pushing that, but you know, I didn't know till I saw the 13th. Is that what it was called? That movie, 13th Amendment. It was about the 13th Amendment. I didn't know about the. What's it called? There's a movie. I think it's called the 13th, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, he's. Anyway, there it is. Yeah, that's the first time I really thought about it. In spite of being around prisons, you know, much of my life, I'd never thought about the fact that that's just they're making them work. It's just slave labor.
Exactly.
Just
making them work.
I'd never thought about it until
slave labor for insanely small amount of money, and they keep them locked up and they produce things. Yeah. Well, you watch that, you believe it for sure. Did you see that? No, I didn't see it.
Oh,
I'm aware of the laws,
like
though.
it.
I mean, I'm aware of that's a lot of where the Jim Crow laws came from. When they abolished slavery, what they did was just arrest people for basically anything and put them to work. I mean, that was the modus operandi.
Yeah, which is, I guess that's when all the 13th started, was back then.
Yeah.
As a part of the Jim
again,
Crow
it all
laws.
goes to the same thing, profit. And ironically, a lot of this lack of compassion could be solved with psychedelics. A lot of it, where people expand their consciousness, understand that what they're doing is morally